Hey guys, Lord here, back in with another action figure review on my birthday. And today, I'm going to be taking a look at the Marvel Legends Nemesis Build-A-Figure Wave X-Factor Cyclops. That said, this of course brought to us by the fine folks over at Hasbro, who I must say are fine folks for the most part in this case, because there's nothing inherently wrong with this figure. It's just, I could really give a crap. Did anyone want this guy? I mean, we got the white and blue version of this very same Cyclops not too long ago, and I think you could still buy him relatively cheap on the secondary market. So I don't really think this was a necessary figure. I would have much rather have gotten another member of Astonishing X-Men if you wanted a little bit more variety, but that's just me. So with that being said, before we get too far ahead of ourselves, why don't we cut right to the chase and get into the meat and potatoes of this review and take a look-see at all X-Factor Cyclops has to offer in terms of accessories. Starting off with some alternate hands, because of course he's got a open hand and his optic blast hand. He also has an alternate head that's very unhappy to be here. Too bad. With an optic blast that will snap into it, albeit upside down. Kinda, sorta. I don't know. It feels like it's pegs in there upside down. But see if I can get this thing in here. There we go. But you can plug it in just like that, and you can see these little notches on the end. That is for this burst effect here. So it looks like he's hitting something. Like, this is premature, but bringing Fabian Cortez here. He's a bad guy. Have him blasting him right in the chest. So that's kind of neat. Something different. Granted, I feel like these lines should be on the top, but if he's blasting up at a Sentinel, I guess you could use it better for that. Personally, I think it should be flippable, so you can have those lines either on the bottom or the top, but, you know, Hasbro's not going to think about that beforehand, are they? It's like they didn't think about the price of that Maximum Spider-Man. What? Either way, take a closer look at X-Factor Cyclops here. He's fine. I mean, it doesn't do a whole lot for me. It's the Vulcan body, so it's kind of eh. But as far as articulation goes, his head will look up and down. Rotate side to side. Surprisingly, he doesn't sit a mile off the neck, so that's cool. Shoulders will go up, not that far. Swing back and forth. That beautiful butterfly. Rotate all the way around. Does have a bicep twist, which I did put a little soap in. I was able to heat up the biceps, pop them out, and put some soap in there. It's got a double elbow. That works fine. Hinge swivel wrists. Ab crunch moves that far forward, that far back. Waist twist. Hips will kick out, back down, forward, super tight on the hips, holy cow. Thigh cut, not too gummy. Double knee. There you go. The dreaded Vulcan body boot cuts, which aren't terrible on this guy. That one's fine. That one's fine. Personally, I would put soap in there, but they're probably good enough. He does have a hinge in the foot, however, with a rocker and peg holes at the bottom of the feet, if you were so inclined to throw him on a stand. But yeah, pretty average figure. But much like Husk and Extreme Wolverine before him, I'm actually working on a little trade with my good buddy Evil Villain to turn this lemon into lemonade for yours truly, because speaking of Astonishing X-Men, I might be getting one of those for this guy. We'll see. But at any rate, it's time now that we move right along and take a look at some size comparisons. First up, here is good old X-Factor Cyclops alongside a couple other figures from this Nemesis Build-A-Figure Wave. We have not so good old Marrow, we'll get into that tomorrow, as well as the surprisingly good Fabian Cortez. And as far as scale goes amidst these three, I think it's alright. It's Marvel Legends, you should know what you're getting into by now. these two out of the way. Bring in our two regulars. Mythic Legion's Brother Mandibolith, right here. And the infamous 11 Spawn, right here. Who, as usual, towers over everyone because he is not a 6-inch scale figure. So, with that being said, it's time now that we wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, and aside from the fact that I have absolutely no interest in completing this particular X Factor lineup, I have to say the good old Cyclops here is not a terrible figure from this Nemesis Build-A-Figure wave. He just feels a little bit basic, especially compared to the rest of the wave, which has a lot of added pieces and newly sculpted bits to help spruce them up a bit. The only thing this guy has going for him is a blast effect that, well, you can't interchange with other Cyclopses, which is, in my opinion, a missed opportunity. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later.